Another clip has surfaced of Caitlin Clark down in Atlanta right before this playoff game shooting shots.
As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA.
So the Indiana Fever, obviously, they're playing Game 3 tonight.
So this video emerged earlier, and it's Fever shoot-around, and Caitlin Clark is all up in it.
They did this without Caitlin Clark. They have a lot of baggage on their back.
2 minutes ago, a new practice video of Caitlin Clark went viral. Fans can't stop talking. Is she really ready for the semifinals? Let's dive in.
People were hanging on, believing that Caitlin Clark was coming back. So this video emerged earlier, and it's Fever shoot-around, and Caitlin Clark is all up in it.
Seeing Caitlin Clark active in shoot-around raised more questions than answers. Fans immediately asked if she was officially ruled out for the season, why was she practicing, and was a return closer than the team admitted?
You know, it just does. It gets people asking, what the hell is going on here exactly? I mean, what is going on? It helps to see her get better. It does, but why wouldn't she just be off her feet? She's not supposed to be coming back. I mean, the earliest we believe she would play basketball again would be unrivaled, and I think a lot of us don't think she's actually going to play in that league. So you would be looking at May of next year. What are we doing?
Reports suggested Clark tweaked her ankle during a workout, yet she kept shooting and practicing. Clips of her moving freely went viral, but insiders doubled down. The decision was final. She was done for the year.
This is Scott Agnes. This is Scott Agnes. Then Scott said, sure, she's eligible, but she's out for the season. The decision has been made. And Scott said, it's not the groin, it's actually the ankle. He's their poster boy, bro. He's their poster boy who they send to do this. And I bet you I can't even read this. I can't even read this. He probably gonna charge you to read it. Look, this post is paid. You're charging people to read the damn article, bro.
What frustrated observers most was how sharp she looked. Clark had been running, cutting, and changing direction at full speed for weeks. To many, the claim that she couldn't play didn't add up. It left fans convinced the Fever simply didn't want her back on the floor this season.
Because if her trainer shut her down for the season, if it was her side, this wouldn't be happening. There's no way if her trainer shut her down for the season, she'd be doing semi-full speed workouts. And it's not game speed, but it's the speed you would work out at. This is the speed you would go at shoot-arounds. We've seen her go full speed. We've seen her run full speed. We've seen her change directions full speed. There is the ramp up between changing directions full speed and playing on a groin strain is like a week. That was a month. It's been a month that we've been hearing about that.
Despite advancing in the playoffs, the Fever announced that Caitlin Clark was done for the season with a season-ending injury. The organization repeated that line, even as practice clips showed her looking active and game-ready, leaving fans skeptical.
The Indiana Fever lost Caitlin Clark and 4 other players to season-ending injuries. They have now clinched their spot in the semifinals for the first time since 2015, with a huge upset over the number 3 seed Atlanta Dream, thanks to a come-from-behind victory. Stunner. Momentum is real. Momentum is real, guys. And I told y'all it was going. It was.
Side on the ball with returning.
Momentum, and the Indiana Fever had all of the momentum to bring this thing home, to get this dub. And guys, I'm hella fucking happy, bro.
The first playoff game without Clark told the story. Viewership was nearly cut in half compared to last year. That steep drop fueled speculation that both the team and the league mishandled her injury news, leaving fans confused about her true status.
The Indiana Felines drew 1.8 million viewers for Game 1 of the playoffs. This past Sunday, no Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham. This past Sunday, with the biggest star being Bob Griner, who played a grand total of 8 minutes, Felines, Atlanta Dreamers, 951,000 viewers on ABC.
Reporter Scott Agnes later clarified that Clark was technically eligible to return, but the Fever had already decided to shut her down. He noted that an ankle injury was the official reason, though many fans believe the franchise misled them from the start.
what I would expect the viewership to have been if Caitlin Clark was there, based on the viewership at the start of the season, I would have expected 3 million viewers if Caitlin Clark was playing. There was 0.95 million. They just got outdrew by the Aces. 66% of people said, I'm not bothered watching. 66% said no.
The Fever are now just one win away from the semifinals, and fans can't stop wondering, what if Caitlin Clark came back? Her presence would instantly transform Indiana into a true championship threat.
And now somebody responded here, Scott, can you tell us if Caitlin is eligible to return for a playoff game this season? We know they said she's out for the season, but does that mean she's not eligible to play in the playoffs? Scott Agnes said, sure, she's eligible, but she's out for the season. The decision has been made.
Even with doubts about whether she'd be cleared, many argued that Clark's return could tip the balance. A roster already fighting hard would suddenly become dangerous, with Clark's shooting and playmaking stretching defenses to the breaking point.
If they make the semifinals and Caitlin Clark comes back, they have a chance to go on and win the WNBA championship. With Caitlin Clark, it changes everything. They would have a puncher's chance to go on and win the WNBA championship.
Some believe that even a limited version of Clark 15 minutes off the bench could be enough to swing a series. Her ability to spread the floor and create space for teammates might be the missing piece between a deep playoff run and a trip to the finals.
Like, they got a chance to win a chip. And instead of, think about this. Instead of them winning a chip with the squad that they got, they won't even let Caitlin Clark come back because they probably don't have confidence in the squad that they got to actually win the chip. You got Caitlin, you got Michael Jeffrey Jordan on your damn team, and you won't let her come back for the playoffs, and y'all really think that they're going to let her go to unrivaled?
For the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever are headed to the semifinals. Fans erupted in celebration over the upset win, but many argue the story still feels unfinished without Caitlin Clark leading the charge.
If we face a Seattle Storm, a 15-minute a night Caitlin Clark might be enough to get the Fever to the finals. If we win tonight and get to the Storm, a 15-minute a game, half-healthy Caitlin Clark might get us to the finals. And look, people are like, oh, you're not a doctor. What are you talking about, man? These doctors don't seem that, no one seems to know what's going on.
National outlets pointed out the glaring truth. Without Clark, playoff viewership has plunged. Her return in the semifinals could flip the script completely, turning the series into a record-breaking ratings event for the WNBA.
And for the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever will be advancing to the damn semifinals. Guys, that was the 6th-ranked team. They should have been number 2, number 3. We know what happened. Adversity. You overcome adversity and you get it done. They won this game in Atlanta. I told y'all earlier.
Supporters insist Clark is ready and willing to play if the Fever would let her. To them, even a partial return could change everything, rewriting the narrative of the season and giving Indiana a real shot at glory.
The media treats Asia Wilson like a celebrity, and she can't even draw 500,000 viewers to the biggest game of the season up to this point. I'm telling you, this is why the WNBA has been hiding ratings during the regular season. I want you to think about something.
A new video from Fever Shoot-Around sparked major buzz. Caitlin Clark was out on the floor, drilling threes and moving through warm-ups like any player getting ready to play.
Is all up in this. Right here, right there. And she's out there just shooting threes, hanging out. And I'm like, this is exactly what a player does when they're going to play.
Another clip from Atlanta showed her pregame routine before the playoff matchup, calmly knocking down shots. The footage instantly went viral, fueling speculation about whether her season-ending status was truly final.
And I just hate this, man. I really hate this for the fans because they kind of donkey in a character the whole damn summer. Oh, she's coming as day to day, week to week, when she actually been never about to come back, man.
By Game 3, Clark was once again seen in full shoot-around mode. She didn't suit up, but just being on the court sent fans into a frenzy, wondering if a surprise return could still be on the horizon.
She's like doing proper pre-game workouts. Like, what is happening? She's going through pre-game shoot around before game 3. Obviously she's not playing tonight, but apparently she's still eligible. I've made another video talking about this, and I'll talk about Scott Agnes's thing a bit different, a different time. But like, Caitlin Clark can't keep away from basketball.
The Fever pulled off a shocking upset without Caitlin Clark, but her name dominated the conversation anyway. Fans argued that if this team could reach the semifinals on their own, adding Clark back into the lineup would make them a legitimate title threat.
They did this without Caitlin Clark. They have a lot of baggage on their back. They have a lot to fight for, and the fight keep fighting. I'm ecstatic as a fan. I predicted this earlier. Everybody else thought that they was going to lose today. And I told y'all, momentum is real. When you got momentum, you can beat a giant, bro.
Her impact is undeniable. Even a few seconds of practice footage Clark knocking down threes, moving confidently went viral and reminded everyone she's still the WNBA's biggest draw.
As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA. But to their credit, the mainstream media, they do a phenomenal job polishing this turd. The media does a great job convincing people that the WNBA is exploding in popularity, when the reality is, the success in the WNBA is like the basketball. It's make-believe, it's pretend.
As the Fever prepared for Game 3, questions swirled. Reporters confirmed Clark is technically eligible, and every glimpse of her on the court has only fueled speculation that a return in the semifinals might be possible.
So the Indiana Fever, obviously, they're playing Game 3 tonight. Scott Agnes tweets, and look, I'm going to be honest, regardless of what your opinions on Scott Agnes are, Scott Agnes is the closest thing to an insider.
If the Fever reach the semifinals and Caitlin Clark returns, everything changes. They'd have a real shot at the WNBA championship. Think about it. You've got Caitlin Clark, the Michael Jeffrey Jordan of this league, sitting on your roster, and you won't let her step back in for the playoffs? Even just 15 minutes a night from Clark could be enough to swing games, spread the floor, and push the Fever all the way to the finals. For the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever are heading to the semifinals.
There is no world where Caitlin Clark cannot help the Indiana Fever make the finals, especially if we play the Seattle Storm.
As you guys know, Caitlin Clark is the only mainstream draw in the WNBA.
They're in the fucking playoffs, and they're not letting her come back, bro.
If they make the semifinals and Caitlin Clark comes back, they have a chance to go on and win the WNBA championship.
And for the first time in 10 years, the Indiana Fever will be advancing to the damn semifinals.
And as we all know, Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's biggest mainstream draw. I'm convinced if the Fever let her, Clark could be back on the court in a heartbeat. The wait is almost over. Caitlin Clark is ready for the semifinal stage. Don't miss a moment. Like, subscribe, and share for all the latest updates.